It's Carter Sports back, and today we head up the hill to Hesperia to check out a running back, 4-star. So let's go.
Disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Enter into the chat. We got your boy, man. We got your boy Karson Cox, a 6'1", 190-pound running back out of Hesperia, California. Know what I mean? Let me tell you something about this kid as we watch the film, y'all. Let me tell you something about him. The first thing I want to say, my bad, a 4-star running back. You know, number 17 in the whole country at running back according to 247 Sports. Y'all mean, let me get a kid his proper introduction to 6'1", 190-pound 4-star running back. Nah, I mean, but my immediate comp to him is Travis Dye. But he's a bigger, faster version of Travis Dye. Imagine Travis Dye with track speed and a little more power. But I say Travis Dye as his comp, not necessarily physical, but his run style, how patient he is. He's patient, he has good vision and the breakaway speed to finish things off. And I love a running back with patience and vision, because a running back with patience and vision gonna take the yards that's there. You see, a lot of running backs don't take the yard that's there trying to make a bigger play or not having the vision. So this is a kid, if you got a good offensive line, he gonna get 3 to 4 yards every play because of his patience and vision. Patience and vision with power and speed behind a competent offensive line, that's a guaranteed successful run game. That's a guaranteed successful run game, because that running back is gonna find that crease. He gonna have the patience and the vision to at least get 3 to 4 yards. And you get 3 to 4 yards every play. Eventually, with that patience and that vision, you're gonna break one. And if you get a running back the ball 2 times, and one time he get 3 yards and the second time he get 4 yards, what's that mean? That mean it's 3rd and 3. You ahead of the sticks. So Karson Cox is one of them running backs that can keep you constantly ahead of the sticks. And that's what we need over the long haul of a game. It's all about positive plays, staying in front of the sticks or behind the sticks, wherever I'm trying to stay. Short downs, short third downs. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get behind the sticks. He gonna keep you in front of the sticks and out them 3rd and long situations. This kid also is a dual sport athlete. He got that track speed. He run track. He's one of the best track sprinters in the state. And he's also a very high IQ player. Let me tell you a quick story about the kid. He playing football. It's a game. He played with a 4-star lineman who has committed to Washington, right? So he get the ball. That 4-star lineman who's the baller. We ain't perfect. He missed the block. Karson Cox got stuffed in the backfield for the loss. He wasn't mad. He hopped up, patted the player on the back, and told him, "This is who you supposed to block," right? So this kid has a high IQ, and they use it up there at Hesperia. Hesperia allow their players to audible and change the plays. And when you think about audible and changing the plays, you think that come from the quarterback. But this kid, Karson Cox, from the running back position, be audibling and calling plays. It's one story that I read about him. He audible to an outside run and broke for 80 yards. So he came up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, I don't like that. Audible himself into a touchdown. I ain't never seen a running back at the high school level with the IQ to be able to audible into a successful play. That right there will make me want to recruit you. You know what I'm saying? Just that high IQ. That's wonderful, because when you got players with a high IQ, then your team is going to execute. Football is about executing your plays, and when you got a player with high IQ, they going to execute the plays. Highly intelligent players know what they need to do and exactly what they need to do. And then if he high IQ, then I'm pretty sure he's studying the game. He probably a student of the game. A lot of high IQ players be students of the game. So as a coach and as a team, you love to get players like this because they gonna prep themselves. They just ain't gonna rely on you to prep them. They taking your information and they taking their own information and processing it at a high level. So you love that. A team full of Karson Cox will be a fundamentally sound team, high IQ, that's gonna execute. So that's why I want this dude. His quarterback said on him changing plays, you just don't see that kind of leadership that often. He's super smart and he knows not only his job, but everyone else's job. You know what I'm talking about? So Karson Cox, come on down in the building, man. I heard your story. You know, most of your family is from LA. And they split. He was talking about how his family got a USC, UCLA rivalry. You know what I'm talking about? Well, we know which one the football school. So Karson Cox, come on down, man. So your family just can make that short visit, that short trip from Hesperia to the Coliseum and watch you ball out. Because to me, this kid is guaranteed to at least be decent. This kid is guaranteed to contribute. And y'all know the last couple years, we've been stacking monster offensive linemen. Put Karson Cox behind these monster offensive linemen that we getting, he gonna average 5 yards. He gonna average 5 yards just on his vision and his speed. He's gonna get that. So I know Carter Sports, I've been focused on defense, but I gotta show y'all this homegrown talent, whether it's on offense, defense, special teams, what it is, because we wanna build this gate. We wanna build this fence around Southern California. And I get more and more hope that we could do that, because every time I look up, the NCAA is accusing the team for violating recruiting, using inducements and seducing players with NIL. So a lot of these teams that's killing it right now, like Oregon and whatnot, and Ole Miss and Texas A&M, it gonna come a day where they gonna get brought down to the pack, or they gonna face some type of sanctions. Because I thought the NCAA wasn't gonna touch nothing with this NIL, but they touching it. So I kind of see why USC is saying, hold on, wait. We feel like it gonna be some rule. We feel like it gonna be some type of governance on this NIL situation. The NCAA is new to it, so they just figuring out how can they put the NCAA like control. So USC anticipated these things coming, and I give USC credit because I didn't. I thought the NCAA was gonna back off after all the court stuff with the federal courts and how the NCAA said how the federal court said the NCAA operate like a mafia, and if this was any other business and if this was any other corporation in the United States, they'll be in jail for what they do to the players, you know what I mean? But the NCAA still got some power, still got some control. So even though the federal court said players could get money, these teams are still part of the NCAA, that body. So as long as you're a part of that body, they still can find ways to punish you. They still can take scholarships. What are you gonna do? Say we hopping out the NCAA? The rest of college football ain't gonna hop out with you just because you got caught. You know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to realize the NCAA got more power than we thought they did, right? So we gotta just keep stacking up. And then once this NIL gets set, I feel like USC gonna take off. I've been the main one attacking USC about NIL. But I feel like they just trying to be patient too. It's black and white on what you can and what you can't do. And once it's black and white, what you can and you can't do, I think USC is about to take off, right? But until then, we gonna keep recruiting hard, finding them gems and finding them players that don't need the bag the first day, and finding them players that want to be developed and brought and coached up to the NFL level. So Karson Cox, come on down. Homegrown talent, represent for the soil. So it's Carter Sports, it's USC, it's Trojan City. So let's go.